I'm Krystal Tingle, and I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Our relationship right now, there's the three of us, and the three of us are in it for the long haul.
This summer, I went to Kenya, and I stayed with a polygamist family.
I guess it's not that complicated, but it's elaborate and it's beautiful.
You know what I loved about this one? It was animated, and so it really takes away, when you just hear someone's voice and you see graphics, it strips away, I think, a barrier or an opportunity for you to look at someone and make a judgment about them.
People always want to know who you're having sex with and how, and there's, in some ways it's like, well, really that's the thing you're going to ask about? Like, I have this entire world where I get to be in love and have this whole family relationship with two people, and you just want to know where people sleep at night.
I feel like because sometimes you're taught all these things about love and what that means and what a relationship should look like and how it's defined, whether that comes from how you grow up or, what you've seen your whole life. But being there was so much love in this environment.
Wonderful, liberating feeling if they had a relationship that gave them really good support, that I could be happy for that and look at other people as resources and allies instead of competition. And it was always the way that I wanted to care for people, and that other version just wasn't very interesting to me.
It was really eye-opening to see, that love can exist in that, forum and environment. If you Google what is the definition of love, this little girl should pop up. And this video is awesome because it's not produced. It's completely 100% real life.
I want you, Mom, my dad, everyone to be friends. I want everyone to be smiling.
And I love her because she's like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. And she just knows to state her intention. Who does that? We don't even do that as adults.
I think you can do it. I think you can settle your mean heights down a little to short heights. Then it's both, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a bully.
You're right, little 6-year-old girl.
I'm trying to be steady on the floor, or in the middle where my heart is.
One of the best things that she says is, everybody else's heart is someone too. And it's like, right. I recognize that you're human, that you have a heart, and that you deserve to be treated with love and respect. I mean, she's 6. I don't know where the hell that comes from. Give me some of that, little girl, right? Sprinkle a little bit of that on everybody. This video is my favorite one because they're just, when you get to a certain age, you don't really have a filter, because you don't know when your day is going to come. The couples in this video are just so excited to be able to look back on 55 years of marriage, 68 years of marriage, and have these positive memories.
What attracted me the most was that she was so kind to action that I just knew that she would be the one for me.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
And I think it's really interesting if you look at this video and then talking about the poly one, if we can compare them, it's the idea that you can't just love one person for your whole life, but it's proven though.
How many years? I thought you said
48 already.
I'm gonna say that's pretty long.
48?
Yeah.
We've been married 48 years?
Soon to be 49.
48,
49 coming up in April.
Gee,
So.
I'll have a little more drinks here.
Yeah.
And I think that they really show that there is a choice that is made, that it's not always gonna be easy.
But again, if you have the right grounding, you don't let it go on for days. It's over before you go to bed.
But at the end of the day, they were in love and it lasted. What do we think about people when we look at them? What is the first thought that comes to our, mind or our heart? And what are we basing that on? In the dark, no one can see you. So it's like, that's where your true identity exists. So I love this video because they can't see one another. The infrared camera is really cool because it's we can see them, but they're not, so we're watching them not see each other. I don't know. I like that part.
I read a lot of books. I read cognitive psychology, behavioral science. I've spoken at TED Talks.
Really? Wow.
You look nerdy. Like you think you're cool, but you're still a nerd.
One in a wheelchair, one covered in tattoos. If you write down all the things that you would think that person is based on what they look like, but then all the things they are, not based on the labels that they have or what they look like, two completely different people, right?
لا هون surprise.
It was amazing when the lights came on and you get to realize who you're actually conversing with.
I mean, the truth is we all judge. I judge, you judge, I've been judged. I think the key in loving people and being a lovely person, going through life thinking, what would I think about this person, you know, if there were no labels that were on them? Because sometimes we're just like on the grind, it's like grind, hustle, hustle, hustle. But like, what are you hustling for if there's no love in that? If there's no genuine like acknowledgement of humanity and the people that we just pass by each other, like in this rush to go where? You know, it's nothing if you don't recognize, I don't know, those little moments. Those are important to me, like real talk.
And he said, we need to make cock blocking cool. And he's right. It should be very, very cool.
And these motherfucking zookeepers got on TV and started talking shit about the tigers.